Oh, it'd be real good if my soundboard was up. All right, there it is. All right, here we go. It begins in 3, 2, 1.
Physical appearance counts for nothing. If he openly declares himself to be a communist, we take his word for it.
Mama? Mama Luigi?
The Morning Stream, the show that lives among the beasts and eats grass.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It's the morning stream for Monday, May 10th, 2021. I'm Scott Johnson, Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Hi, Scott. I'm good. How are you?
Oh,
Happy brand new week waiting for us.
Thanks, man. It was a busy weekend because of all the Mother's Day business, and that's good. Yeah. That's okay. You know, it's our mothers, and we're supposed to be doing that, but I don't know. It wore me out, to be honest. It's just a little much.
A lot of running around. We have two mothers here we have to visit. Of course, Tina's a mother.
Yeah, that's true.
So we had to.
Did you do anything cool?
Like for her too.
I don't know, any kind of, you make her breakfast or anything, or what'd you do there?
I did make her breakfast. I also took her out Saturday night went to a place called Super Mega Bien here in Colorado. It's a Latin American restaurant that usually serves its food dim sum style. So they walk around with carts.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, that looks good. Give me some of the grilled flank steak with tomatillo, or give me some of the corn cakes or whatever.
Sure.
And but with COVID, they're currently not doing the carts, unfortunately. So the food was still amazing.
So just bring it.
And then we rented a couple scooters and we rode around Rhino for a while. And
the little like the scooters you stand on, like the
ones you stand on, little motorized scooters. And we zipped around. We had a blast just zipping around the Rhino District, River North. They call it Rhino for short. And then found a place we'd never seen before and had dessert there. It was really cool.
Lovely. Yeah. In my head, I saw those little things.
The Shriner mobiles.
Yeah, the Shriner.
You saw rascals.
Rascals,
yes.
Yeah, little rascals.
Nope, we were on the vertical things, dude. I like to think that I'm a decent cyclist and I can do these things where I can take my hands off the handlebars and do something else with my hand. Whatever it is about these scooters, and maybe it's the fact that that your hands are so close together when you're steering them. Mm-hmm. I can't take my phone out to take a selfie while I'm riding a scooter, and it's just because I think any little movements on the handlebars really move you a lot left and right.
Oh yeah, a tiny twitch to the left or right, and you're head over heels.
You're off. Yes, exactly.
You're a fail army video that's gone viral.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. You don't want that.
No, for sure.
Well, ours was all right. I got to see my mom, and she's doing good, and still doing great after all that. But here's the funny thing. So, I'm gonna go to my sister's, and my sister's gonna have dinner, and it's gonna be great. But it's kind of there's a big chunk of time between lunch and dinner, and we're getting a little peckish. And we left early to go run the dog around a dog park, and that kind of wore us out. And by the time we're done, we're like, oh, I could really just eat something, like just something quick. I don't need anything big or whatever, just something to get the calories going.
Right.
Something. So there's a Freddy's nearby, and I don't want like a full-blown Freddy's unit. I just want, something small. And I kind of like their weird little hot dog, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have their weird little hot dog.
I've never had a hot dog at Freddy's. I just gravitate towards the burgers, and that's all.
I mean, it's the right thing to do. There's nothing wrong with a hot dog, but they're not known for it. It's not their jam. Their steak burgers are bigger deal. But I was like, I need something small-ish, and I knew that thing was small and cheap, and I'm just like, whatever, it'll get me by. And Kim's like, oh, I kind of want a chili dog. I said, well, they have those, so let's do that. All right, so we get in line. And, of course, Carter's annoyed because she's a vegetarian, and they have nothing there that's really very vegetarian-y.
Oh, they really don't? Oh, that sucks.
Not really. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything on the menu. They don't have, like, a fish thing or any kind of, pescatarian options as far as I can tell. Fries. Yeah, we got her some fries.
Well, fries, sure, but
still,
yeah,
it's not a great option.
Sides don't count when you're like, buying something for a vegetarian. It's like, would you like some zucchini sticks, some deep fried zucchini?
Oh my Lord, that actually sounds good right now. So anyway, so the concept is we'll get a combo for my hot dog, but we'll give the fries to Carter because she's with us, and we'll give and Kim will just get a separate chili dog.
Cool.
She's thinking it'll be this normal little chili dog with a little bit of chili on top. Yeah, how you normally see it. Brian, I'd like to draw your attention to our doc where you can now see.
Oh yeah, I've seen this monster, this monstrosity.
This didn't tumble, didn't go upside down, didn't. The bag was handed to us and we opened it pretty much immediately. There was no interstitial time where things could have gone awry. But as you can see, chat room and people at home, I'll describe it. It's an abomination. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody died.
It looks like somebody ate a bad chili dog and left this in the.
Exactly. It's a bit of a crime scene. And it was immediately like, oh, I won't deny. I went ahead and helped her eat it. Like we ate it.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. There's two chili dogs, two kinds of chili dogs out in the world.
Right.
Jack and Diane, and their Tasty Freeze experience notwithstanding. But
was that a Tasty Freeze in that song?
Yeah, sucking on a chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why that never stuck.
We talked about the Tasty Freeze and how they merged with Wiener Schnitzel. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. In some parts of the country, the Wiener Schnitzels went away and Tasty Freeze replaced them, or they combined or something.
No, they combined. They merged. They joined forces. They teamed up to take on the, Anyway, so your chili dog, your mellow chili dog is just going to be your hot dog with like a little line of chili across the top.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
just
what
like
you're thinking.
Just enough to where there's nothing outside the bun. And then you get the people who just want who want basically a hot dog that's been smothered in chili. And I guess the Freddy's guys, have you gotten chili dogs there before?
We have, and they look fine. They were totally fine.
They're normally
before.
the first kind.
It's
right?
what you described. Here's the irony of this thing. You know the inside where the dog is, like the part. Okay, so there's the bun. You open it.
Yeah.
And you lay
and
a
the
dog
hot dog's
in there, and then you put stuff on top of it. You don't see it from this angle, but if I opened that up, kind of spread its
spread the bun.
It's spread the cheeks
dry,
of this
bone
bun.
Dry inside.
It's bone dry in there. There's nothing in there.
So the chili was only on the outside of the hot dog.
Yeah. So I think whoever did this is just having a bad day. They were in a rush. I don't know. It didn't seem like there was very many people in line. So I don't know what the deal was, but complete freak out. We ate it, and I did the little form you do that says, how did everything go? And there's whatever. Right. So I sent a thing on that, said, hey, we love it here normally and always come by here when we can. And this is kind of bad, though. And I sent the picture. I said, so I don't know. Someone probably just had a bad day. No big deal. Anyway, we'd come back anyway. It's just super, super light.
Of course, yeah.
Man, they wrote back like immediately.
Freddy's is great as far as customer service. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was their response?
Well, let's see. I'll read it to you right now.
Okay.
Dear Mr. Johnson, thank you for sending this issue to us so that we can discuss it with our team. We strive for 100% guest satisfaction, and we sincerely apologize for your disappointing hot dog meal experience.
Hot dog meal experience.
I am forwarding this to our regional manager so they can follow up with their staff and use this as a coaching tool. Thank you very much for offering your business and taking your time to submit your comments so we can learn and grow. It would be my pleasure to invite you back as our guest. If you would kindly reply to this email with your mailing address, I'd love to send you some complimentary passes on your next visit.
Nice. See, look at you.
Yeah.
You got the noodles side salad experience and now the chili dog experience.
And what's great is it's not even me. I'm not even complaining. Like, I'm not even really freaking out. I'm just like, you guys saying, should know, just so you know, no big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm not like
you're
mad.
doing this with the expectation of getting anything either. It's like, this is, people should let restaurants and places know when they have a disappointing experience like this.
Yeah.
It's not
a big deal.
you're not being a Karen by demanding something. you're not saying, I want a new chili dog or something like that. I mean, you could have. You really could have.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I totally could have, but I didn't. And I said to him, I even said in the thing, I said, you know what, we ate it because it was still real good. It was real tasty. So we just forked it. I had a fork in
certainly is not a car. I mean, did you guys try and eat it in the car?
Yeah, and we had so that was a little precarious because we weren't like in Sunday best or anything, but we were like looking okay for my sister's house. And Kim had a white thing on, so she was all worried about that.
Oh, geez.
But for the first time, we got to use so years ago she bought this fork, knife, and spoon set that's like they're made of resin, and they unhook from the top of the handle, so you've got these different heads for your handles, and one's a fork, one's a spoon, and so on.
Oh, really? Okay.
And they're in this
like
tight
a Swiss
little
Army knife. I mean, like, right? You just put the different
yeah.
The piece that you need, the Inspector Gadget piece that you need.
That's exactly right. That's a good comparison. Yeah. And it's in this little tin, and she just has it in the car for an emergency and has never had to use it. So we used it yesterday, so that was great. Anyway, so I was like, we ate your wiener. It was fine, but they still want to send me stuff. I'll take it. It'll be fine with me.
See, that's the other thing about that is, all right, it's like you can't really lift it out of the container. It's in a styrofoam clamshell for our listeners out there. Styrofoam clamshell container.
Yeah.
You're not picking that thing up and eating it over your lap.
Too. It's all over the bag. It's on the outside of the bag. Like they had a problem and didn't.
Oh no, it didn't get on the fries, did it?
No, fries were safe.
Okay,
fries were
good.
safe. Yeah.
But so you have to eat that with a fork and knife.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Your little Swiss Army fork and knife. But the other problem is you're eating it on one of those styrofoam clamshell trays, which cut just as it's just as easy to cut the styrofoam as it is to cut the wiener and or bun.
Yeah. So like the hot dog part, we didn't really get to cut very much because it's tough fake meat or whatever it is, and the bread was, malleable, and the chili was
especially now
fine.
that it's been soaking in.
Oh, she also asked no onions, and there was it was full of onions, which is why I got to eat.
See one. I can see one right there on the top.
Yeah. So that was another thing that got weird. And they sounded real grumpy on the thing. Like I don't know what was going on there that day. I feel a little bad about that. But we didn't.
Bad member of the Freddy's team right there. I hope they're able to
get your shit together,
ferret that person out, and eliminate them from the.
But my whole thing was like, it's fine. We'll come here all the time. We still love this place, and just so you know, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So they'll talk to Chad or whoever did it, and Chad will be, he'll be apologetic and contrite about it, and he'll slink off to the break room and.
That's right. I'm finding another job.
And then
five guys I think he's hiring.
Come back to the, go home, get his machete, come back to work. See, this is all. None of this turned out well. Yeah, none of this is good. We've ruined it. Anyway, that was a lot of fun, and we'd do it again. All right, we got an email about Teslas because we've been talking about Elon Musk Teslas. Did you watch?
Did you watch any? Well, we always watch Saturday Night Live. We're even during the lean years, Scott. We watched Saturday Night Live, and last night was. Kind of harken back to those lean years. Yeah,
that's what I heard. I heard there was like 2 sketches that kind of worked, and the rest of it was a little rough.
Yeah. And I mean, Elon Musk revealed that he has Asperger's, and which I guess is not you're not supposed to say that anymore. You're supposed to say you've got autism, you're on the spectrum, or something like that. There's a new way of saying it. It may be even more specific than just spectrum, but I'm not sure what it is. But he thought he was the first host, or he said he was the first host.
Incorrect.
With Asperger's. Yeah, Dan Aykroyd, apparently. I didn't know that about Dan Aykroyd either, but...
I think everyone knew this about Elon Musk for... I don't think it was a secret, but I think the idea that, hey, I'm the first host is a weird take if anybody there has any recollection of those years where Dan Aykroyd was there, because they would have. Well, yeah, but Dan Aykroyd didn't come back and be a host until much later on. Oh, right. I mean, being a member of the cast is one thing, but then saying, "All right, well, I'm the first host." When did he host? Was that like Ghostbusters era? Probably. Yeah, it was probably late '80s. Well, Girl, around the time of My Girl. Yeah. Or Driving Miss Daisy. Yeah. By the way, I'm all about getting rid of the Asperger's name because I know it's named after the dude that helped, sort of pioneer that. We know. Yeah, we know. But it sucks. It sucks. It's a it's a bad name. That guy's name should have been like Williams or something. Yeah. Freaking Asperger's. I know it's Asperger's. I get it, but it doesn't matter. Right. We're all saying Asperger's. Asperger's, yes. So no more Asperger's. It's insult upon injury. Like, let these people be a different, cooler name for for their degree of autism and quit calling them Asperger's. All right. It's just a
go.
bad name.
Anyway.
That's all I'm saying. It's just a bad name. Send your
Anyway,
emails to Brian.
lame show. His delivery style, and this may be part of it, just his delivery style is so disjointed and not conducive to comedy, or not, timing. Comedy is timing, right? And when you have a cadence that is either caused by autism or just could be even social awkwardness. He's a guy who has yes men surrounding him all day long. You don't have the timing, the comic timing that you need for something like this.
Yeah, it's almost as if we should stop having billionaires be guest hosts. On
Yeah,
Saturday Night Live.
I'd say let's stop with billionaires, and I'm sorry, but let's stop with a majority of the sports people they bring on.
Or most.
There've been a couple.
Yeah. Or most millionaires. How about that?
Most millionaires, sure. Well, I mean, there's some millionaire comedians out there who should be on.
That's true. They've earned their stripes, though. Well, all right. He did Wario or something, I heard. Is that true?
He played Wario, yeah, in the trial of.
How was that sketch?
It was there. You know what? There were some really amusing parts to it. I'd say if you're going to watch any part of Saturday night's show, that's probably the part to pull up and watch on YouTube.
Okay. It got laughs, you're saying. People.
It did get laughs, and there were enough little nods to funny things that would take place in a Nintendo courtroom. That it's like, okay, that's kind of funny.
I heard Grimes his girlfriend shows up as as Princess Peach, is what I read somewhere. Is that true?
Yeah, I didn't realize that was her until the very end when they're all sitting there on the stage with masks on, and he says, I want to thank Miley Cyrus. I want to thank Grimes for being here. I'm like, oh, that was Grimes. Okay, cool.
What did Miley Cyrus do? She come out and do a song? What'd she do?
She came out and did 3 songs.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm Miley Cyrus.
She did a tribute to moms in the beginning.
All right.
That was
I'm not
pretty
laughing
funny.
At,
Like,
I'm
you
not
see all the
laughing
cast
at that.
members
I'm
and
laughing
their
at
mom.
you and in a voice because I think you did a pretty good job this time. That was pretty good.
It's one I've never tried before. I kind of need to. Oh yeah, the Chad Mars thing was pretty funny.
Chad Mars.
Grimes was Grimes the pregnant girlfriend? Dice?
Well, she's definitely Princess Peach.
Yeah, she's definitely Princess Peach, but
looking at a picture.
Yeah,
of her.
that would be the other thing. Pete Davidson's probably the best thing that Pete Davidson does is this character named Chad, who is this disconnected millennial who just reacts with, okay, all right, yeah.
Anyway. I haven't seen any of that. I guess I'm just, I don't know. You know me.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm a fair weather SNLer.
And this is a good time to kind of stay under an umbrella away from it.
Yeah.
You know,
I was big.
There are nights that it's great. I think the whole David Levy.
David Levy. Oh, David. No,
not
Dan
David
Levy. Dan Levy.
Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
Daniel Levy episode I thought was great. That was a good one.
Well, there you have it.
Why David? Was his character on Schitt's Creek named David?
Yeah,
why
it was
am
David.
I thinking David?
It was David.
Yeah,
David.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why. All right. Anyway, hey, Teslas. Somebody wrote about.
Oh yeah, back to the Elon Musk one here.
Right. Yes.
Mike wrote in, says, "Hey, there's been a lot of talk of Tesla on the show lately. I just wanted to add a few comments as the owner, or as an owner who considers himself not uppity in any way." Well, let us be the judge, Mike.
Not uppity in any way.
Actually, people who claim they're not uppity in any way, maybe they're uppity in some way. Just kidding.
Is that like saying, now this isn't racist, but is that like the...
It's a little bit. I'm not racist, but my friend is Chinese. Yeah. But anyway, says, I bought a Model 3 2 years ago. I'm not trying to save the planet. I do not worship the ground Elon walks on. His Twitter access should be revoked, he says. I did it because I like gadgets. I love my Model 3. It is the best gadget ever. It also keeps getting better because of frequent software updates and adding new features. A while back on the show, Brian said a Model 3 would be his dream car. Brian, you should go test drive one. It would be good show content. You'd be ordering it online before you know what happened. Yes, I ordered mine online. Screw dealerships and pushy salesmen. A few clicks, some e-signatures, and wait for your touchless delivery. Love the show. Dumps the rice into the thing, though. Long-time listener and patron, Mike. Well, Mike, thank you, A, for your patronage, and B, I have no problem. I want a Tesla. Are you kidding me? I don't want to. Let me go on the record. I would love a Tesla. I'm all about the future of electrics in general. That car is badass, and I would totally own one, and I'd even drive that weird-ass truck they're putting out. Like
the Cybertruck?
Yeah, I'd drive that.
Yeah. I mean, it's good as long as you don't get hit with a baseball. I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah. And the problem is, like, yeah, they showed that on stage. But I understand there's, like, you know, this hesitate. Like, if you don't like Musk or you think he's just whatever, then you may want to have some stand. You're like, I'll never buy a Tesla. I understand that. And I understand why some people might be that way, but I have no problem separating it. Like, it's not a big deal to me. It's a big company with a whole lot of people involved, and it's not just a Musk joint. I mean, he's the weird figurehead, genius man, money man, but and current richest man in the world, by the way. Which to me,
does Melinda Gates have her eye on Elon Musk? Oh, as soon as Grimes is out of the picture.
Watch out, Grimes. Here comes Melinda Gates. She's got a foundation she'd like to talk to you about.
That's right.
But anyway, yeah, it's so funny. We were talking about this last night, like the personal lives of rich people. It's so
rich
weird
and shameless.
So weird. But Jeff Bezos, he's no longer number one. He's number two.
Wow.
And so. If
that's
Elon,
gotta sting.
It must sting, and I don't understand how it's actually true. I understand Tesla's big and successful. I understand Elon's foray into cryptocurrencies has netted him a lot of money, and I know that SpaceX and stuff is mostly a drain on money. So I don't know why he's number one right now.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Is it because an Anchor battery charger is just $4.99 on Amazon, while a Tesla is $38,000?
It's all about the margins.
Exactly.
It's all about the margins, Brian. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
no, anyway. I think it'd be great. I mean, I'd probably Mike is probably right on the money with his prediction that I'd go test drive it, and then it'd be like, oh yeah, let's just do it. I'd probably start the ordering process from the touch screen in the middle of the dashboard of the Tesla I'm test driving.
That's right. Does this have internet? Yes. Okay, I'm buying.
Yeah. Hold on, let me finish playing this game of Space Invaders, and I will order one.
Right. Yeah. I'd be super tempted as well. Part of the reason I haven't test driven one is because I don't need the debt right now.
Yeah.
But man, those are hot little beast. Let's find
out.
Let's find out from our friend here whether he would do it or not. Hold on. Joining us is Brian Dunaway from South Carolina, and I would like to gauge his interest in a Tesla. Can I get you into it? What will it take for me to get you into a Tesla?
What's it going to take to put you into a Tesla?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
Course, I would accept a free Tesla. Are we talking about free Teslas?
No, we're not talking about free Teslas.
Oh, you're talking about purchasing one?
Yes.
Heck no. No, I'm kidding. I did actually look into them. I'm kind of in between. You know, it's in my area where I live. Maybe you're in a better place yourself, but EVs really are not quite there yet for where I live. We got a lot more further distance to drive, and there's not as many charging places, and it's just a little more expensive right now, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
That is the thing, right? Because the first thing I think of is like, oh, I want to take this on a road trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
My brand new Tesla going on a road trip. All right, so let's see. I've got to stop in Grand Junction, charge there for 2 hours. And then I've got to stop in Green River and charge there for 2 hours. Then I got to stop in whatever. I don't know how any of that stuff works.
Yeah, we're getting closer to it. I mean, every dealership I went to, the last time I went to drive cars, they were setting up charging places. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And that's really good. And what's it cost? It's free. I was like, okay, but what about my time? All right. Yeah. So, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there.
We got a charging station right here next to the lake I live by. And I think I could just use that. Plus I could charge at home. And then if we went to Vegas or, you know, somewhere 4 or 5 hours away, I'm pretty sure you can get into places like that on a single charge.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Vegas is going to have charging stations. So
yeah, they'll have charging stations. I feel like, and I guess Mac Addict is correcting me. 30 minutes to charge. And then he says, and the Tesla will do it for you. Like, What, like a Roomba? Like where I just say,
I would
I
love
just
that
have a button
idea.
that says go to the nearest charging station, take my hands off the wheel, and let it go.
Yeah.
I know. And
Yep.
until you have to videotape that because you know your cat will ride it. You're on top of it.
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know. I feel like it's such a leap forward, and it's not
We're-
the
yeah, we're
cheapest thing, but it's not that bad either. Like
Yeah.
you're not that crazy price wise.
We're getting there, and I was reading some stuff about the new Mustang, and it's according to temperature can really affect how long. I really everybody else beta test all the electrical vehicles first, and then I'll get there.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it, but yeah,
you'll get there.
Just don't do like those people did recently and jump in the back seat while the car is doing its self-driving business.
Oh hell no!
Right?
Don't do that. For your sake and ours. All right, hey, we got a caller on the line to play a little game with us today. We are going to play Battle Royale, and joining us is this person. Hi, who's this?
Hello, it's Paul Macias or Anna Krakatoa in the chat. How you doing?
Oh, hey.
Welcome. It's good to have you here. Fantastic. Well, you're our next contestant on The Price is Wrong, bitch. Just kidding. Welcome to the show. Brian is going to explain the rules and how this works and what you could win.
Absolutely, Anna Krakatoa. I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian a topic. They're going to go back and forth, giving me answers that fit that topic. Now, if one of them gives me a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, well, I think you all know that the win goes to the other player. Anna Krakatoa, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on today's topic. Today, you are playing for a Frog Pants mystery pack. I'm going to up the ante and add a Coverville mystery pack to that as well.
Double up, dude. Woo!
Double up, because here's the deal. I found a whole bunch of packages. When I say Coverville mystery pack, it's a mystery to me too. They are padded envelopes that I think we over-assembled. So,
I'm not opening these. Whatever's in this.
Exactly. You know what? Whatever's in there, you get. And
Right.
Scott's got one for you too. So you're gonna get some really cool stuff in the mail. Could
be Brian's wallet. We don't know. It could have left it in one. Yeah.
I think it actually is a very good likelihood that it's got artwork from one of the two of you inside with an Andrew Allen compact disc recording.
Whoa!
Yes,
hope you have the
compact
laser
disc
equipment
recording.
to read it.
That's right, exactly. Anyway, none of this matters a stitch if you don't predict who the right person is going to be. They need a topic. All right, so you guys are familiar with the Toy Hall of Fame. I think we've even done a Babble Royale about the Toy Hall of Fame. This is over at the Strong Museum in Rochester, New York. I want to go there, the National Museum of Play, one of these days. Now, in addition to the Toy Hall of Fame, they have the World Video Game Hall of Fame, which just inducted 4 brand new video games into their Hall of Fame.
Brand new entries, not brand new games, right?
Brand new entries into their Hall of Fame.
Got it.
But they're already existing on the list. Bobby likes a number. Let's give Bobby a number. Already on the list, there are 32 games. I'm sorry, including the new 4, there are 32 games on the World Video Game Hall of Fame list.
Wow.
This includes arcade, console, computer, handheld, and mobile that have enjoyed popularity over a sustained period and have exerted influence on the video game industry, on popular culture and society in general.
Wow. That's a pretty finite list. I'm surprised it's that small.
It is.
That actually is good. You can't give it to everything.
For us, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
So, that's the topic. Anna Krakatoa, who do you want to go first, and who do you think is going to win?
Wow, the tough one to pick here.
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna pick Scott to win. Brian, how about you go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Scott to win. Brian,
Krakatoa has spoken.
Well, you had to write it down. It's like I can't even.
Oh, I will forget.
Was it a large
guaranteed
fry
I will
and
forget.
some?
That's right.
All right.
You want to supersize that? I'll.
Right. Now, so I make sure I didn't miss any of the statements or anything. There's some new ones that are coming in. We're not including the ones that just been in. We're just going with the previous ones. Are we including the ones?
The brand new ones as well. Yeah,
all on there.
Okay. All right.
All 32.
All 32. How long has that place been open? If is that something you can tell me?
2015 was the first.
Okay, so it's a little more recent. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think you can have a Hall of Fame without putting Pac-Man in there for arcades. I mean, there was a song. I mean, come on. I mean,
Gotta be.
the whole summer of fever.
The whole
over that.
fever of that Pac-Man. Yeah, Pac-Man was part of the very first class, the 2015 induction into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
That's good.
So,
that's perfect.
Ding.
Right. It's
Let's
good.
Now this next one I'm going to say is fraught with peril because this isn't like his first rodeo, but I'll still say that's
already bending the rules and
well,
no
we,
rule
we take our
no
we
rule
take our
bending.
bigger chances usually at the beginning for our mulligans, but I think that one was a pretty safe one.
Yours is totally
right.
safe.
Yeah.
Mine I'm not sure just because again, well you'll know when I say it. So Super Mario Brothers is my answer.
Super Mario Brothers, also part of the very first class, the 2015 class
Nice.
of World Video Game Hall of Fame.
All right. That
All
tells me something.
Mulligans are out now. There are no
they're
mulligans.
out. Crap! And I should have
Yeah.
went with this one first then, because I'm pretty sure there's no question that every game is really just Pong. I mean,
When you think about it,
when you really
every
think
game
about
is
it,
Pong.
everything is
Yes.
just Pong. It's just all collisions. I mean, really, that's all it is.
amazingly
Uh-oh.
enough, you guys are still staying within the first class, the first
nice.
inducted class. 2015, Pong was part of that first group.
Well, it was a great year, 2015, and I could tell you a few reasons why, but
It was a very good year.
mostly it had to do with Mad Max Fury Road. Moving on, let's see. How about
Who
we
could
do...
have seen that coming?
No. Let's do. Do I do that now? Yeah, I'll do it now. Let's say Doom is on there.
Ooh, Doom is good. Yes.
Doom. Gotta
Also part of the
Ooh,
2015 class.
be.
You're
Yeah.
getting really good at being, with the wait for it.
Oh
wait
yeah,
for
his
it.
hesitations
Yeah.
are
Oh,
the
yeah.
freaking
Yeah,
brutal.
yeah.
these days.
It's part of my game show host training that I went
Right.
to.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right.
There's so many, and I'm a little bit worried about this one. But since there's been some since then, I got to say Minecraft is on there. I mean, it is ruled for just
It might be one of the
years
recent
and
ones.
years
Yeah.
worth of right.
Yeah.
Absolutely one of the more recent
Oh.
ones. 2020 was last year was when Minecraft got inducted into the
Excellent.
video
Yeah,
game
there's
Hall
no
of Fame.
denying that thing. Okay, let's let's go back to Nintendo and say I guess it's just The Legend of Zelda. I guess is probably
Say
what
The
they-
Legend of Zelda
All right.
because that's correct.
Oh.
2016, the Legend of Zelda was inducted into
Nice,
the Hall of Fame.
nice.
How's about we go to Russia and play some Tetris?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Do that.
Okay.
2015, another 2015 inductee, Tetris, part of that first class of games that got inducted into the
First class of
Hall of Fame.
games.
First class. There's
how
only
about-
one more that you guys haven't guessed that's part of that first class. So you
Oh
guys
yeah,
are-
well I think those are the ones that are just everybody's minds. I mean, you can't forget
How
it.
about I'll see if I can guess that one. Probably had one in my garage. How about a Space Invaders? Space Invaders.
Space Invaders 2016 on
Oh.
the Space Invaders.
Not inaugural, eh? Hmm.
Not
Yeah, so
inaugural.
that
but,
wasn't the
but
first
the
one.
second
Oh.
year. Nope. Second year.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Now that makes me curious because that would have been the one that I would have thought.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't think of any more from the first generation, but I know, like in the second generation of games that impacted everybody and changed the world, we got a little bit of "Get Over Here," Mortal Kombat. How could that not be in there?
Yes, inspired a bunch of movies even.
even a recent
2019,
one.
Mortal Kombat was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
gonna get me on that first induction though. That's gonna get me. I can't.
Yeah. Now I'm nervous. I need to stop trying to hit that because
Yeah. Probably so.
I'm
Probably
going to
stop messing
screw
around.
up. I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
there's no extra points for getting
Stop!
that other
Stop
2015.
flexing!
I know.
Stop
I feel
flexing. Get
driven
on with
to
it.
it. So, all right, I have to assume we get a little bit more modern here, although 2004 is a long time ago now. But I'm going to just guess that World of Warcraft is on there.
Well, there you go. That is the other 2015 inductee
Really?
of World of Warcraft.
Oh, really?
First
I would have
class.
guessed that.
Oh, I would have
Okay,
thought
that's
later.
telling.
Yeah, I would have thought like last year they finally put it on or something. I don't know why.
Yep. Nope.
All right.
2015. You guys have figured out all of the 2015s.
What
Well
did we?
done.
What achievement did we unlock?
None whatsoever. Well done. A little icon just came up in your game center. Unlocked all the 2015s. All right, good.
Oh,
You get
yeah,
some more.
there you go.
You get some more
Perfect.
energy tokens, so you can keep playing.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. It's been so big for the last couple of years. I'm gonna go. 2020 was just all about Animal Crossing. In my Animal Crossing.
Wow. This soon after release, you think you would already be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, it's been around for a while. It's been Impact for a long time. I just feel like you would have a hard time not.
Well, you're exactly right. Yes,
Oh,
Animal
God, thank
Crossing, one of the brand new inductees this year, actually. One of the 4 that got inducted in 2021.
That doesn't surprise me, given its impact last year.
Right.
Although I'm pretty sure without that, had it not happened when it happened during a time it needed to happen like that, I don't think it'd be on that list.
I don't think so either. It was perfect storm. We needed that.
Oh man, now I feel like I'm in the weeds a little.
There's so many games, but the ones that really impact
the ones that really resonate. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Halo. I'll say Halo.
Ooh,
Halo.
that's a good one. Well done.
Combat Evolved. Yes, 2017 Halo got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I feel lucky on that one. I don't know
Well,
why.
they certainly could not have dismissed the Call of Duty. It's not just Call of Duty. I'm going with Call of
Just
Duty.
any form.
I'm not
going
to explain it, right? I'm just going to say Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All right. Call of Duty. Not on the list.
Oh, are you serious?
That's, you know what? I'm going to say this.
Oh, but what
It'll
about,
either
what about
be-
Call of Duty? I said duty.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what about
No,
Call
that
of
one's not on there either. No Call of
Okay.
Duty
That
either.
game,
Yeah.
okay. First of all, I just want to say for the record, Brian's absolutely right that it should be on that list, and here's why. I know everyone's sick of the yearly updates and all that, but that game had a massive influence on every shooter moving forward from the day Modern Warfare launched in 06, 07, whatever it was. Everything since then has had to include, or else you would fail in the marketplace. You had to include a progression system, RPG elements, leveling up, skins, new weapons. Like, that stuff was massive at the time, whether you like it or not. And it's a big deal. So it should either be on the future. It should already be there, but if not, it should be added in some future. And it probably will be.
Yeah.
It certainly
And
will
maybe
be. It's
because we're
surprising
so-
there are no first-person shooters on the list that I can tell.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Doom was on there.
Or Doom. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Doom. The
No
ones that-
Quake?
yeah.
Quake not on there?
No Quake. Nope.
Yeah, yeah. For some reason, I think that's just. I don't
No
think everybody
Unreal.
liked Quake like we did. I think Quake is kind of.
No,
our
I
generation.
disagree, dude. Quake was the first 3D FPS that did anything.
Oh, I
real.
don't disagree with you, but I know lots of gamers. I'll talk about Quake, and they're like, "I played Doom," and I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, and Halo.
Oh yeah, Halo
shooter.
of course is
Yeah,
not a
duh.
first-person shooter, right?
Okay. Well, I'm
all right,
dying to
here's
know what
the
we meant.
rest of the list.
Yeah.
Bejeweled, Centipede.
Oh, what? Oh,
Colossal-
Centipede. I almost said Centipede.
You should have said Centipede. Colossal Cave Adventure.
What?
What? Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Donkey
What do you-
Kong.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII. Grand
Oregon's
Theft-
Trail. Is that
Oregon
on there?
Trail is on there. Yep.
Damn
John
it.
Madden Football, King's Quest, Microsoft Flight Simulator is one of the new ones that was added this year.
Really?
Microsoft Solitaire, Pokemon Red and Green, but I would have taken any
Oh.
Pokemon. Sonic the Hedgehog, Space War,
Sonic.
another new inductee this year, StarCraft.
Oh.
Congratulations, Blizzard.
Yeah, good job.
Street Fighter 2, Super Mario Kart, the Oregon Trail, The Sims, Tomb Raider, and another new one this year. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Really?
Wow. If that,
Yeah.
if
I love that game, but that's
if it
funny.
wasn't in early access, I'd put Shipbreaker on there because that game's great. Well, all right.
I think we're not really talking about the games that we love as much as
As much
No.
as the ones that had a
impact.
big influence on
Yeah,
that.
but some of those I question. I don't think
Yeah.
that.
Colossal Cave Adventure, maybe?
Yeah,
Is a
What is
questionable
that
one?
even?
Yeah.
Did I even play that one? I don't even remember that one.
I don't even know that one. Yeah.
And I'm with Dice
Is that,
Tomato on
is
Final
that a
Fantasy
text
VII.
adventure?
No, it's a. I don't know what it was. Was it? Maybe Zork should be on there. Like that's
Yeah,
If you're gonna put,
Zork should be there. Yes.
All right. Well, once again, this is the takeaway. All top
Colossal
whatever
Cave Adventure
lists.
is a text adventure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I know it from.
All video
Okay,
game lists are
I
full
can
of
see that.
crap. It's all full of crap because it's so subjective. There's no way to do it right. You just can't do it. You can't please.
It's true.
Everybody.
I mean, you got to look at what influences they had. So I mean, there wouldn't be a Zork if there wasn't a Colossal Cave Adventure, right? 1975, 1977.
Sure. And
I
I
do
get
remember that game
that.
now.
They're going for like primordial ooze, and so Doom covers a lot of territory, for example. But
Right.
I just think you're in trouble no matter what when you do these lists.
What about Chopper Command?
Oh, dude, I love. What was it called?
No, what was the one? Not Chopper Command.
Something Chopper.
Yeah.
Death Chopper. Nope.
What was it? It was on the Apple II, right? We're talking about the same.
Chopper Commander,
Choplifter.
what?
Choplifter.
Choplifter.
It was also in arcade. It was everywhere. That thing. It was
Yeah.
great. I love Choplifter, but that ain't gonna be on no list because it's a little bit Defender and not Space, but also Defender's not on there, so I don't know.
Right.
Well, either way, we have a winner, guys, and that's fantastic.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
What are you gonna do with your winnings when you get these 2 mystery packs in the house? You gonna film it? Are you gonna hope for? Are you gonna put a tarp on everything like it's a Gallagher concert? Like, what are you gonna do, man?
Oh, I don't know. If only I was a millennial and I could, do some filming of it, but I'm too old, so I don't know.
Well, I'm excited for you. All you have to do is email Brian or I guess go ahead and just keep things consistent. Email Brian, coverville@gmail.com, and then he'll get the info from you and pass it to me so we both have your address. And we do not sell that to any third parties. That we
do
promise.
not. And we'll race. Scott and I'll have a race as to who can get your prize sooner.
Yeah. Right now I'm a little behind on everybody, but anyway, we'll see how that goes. Congratulations and well done, Brian Dunaway. It is because of you that he won. Thank you for that. Nice job.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
Should have said Centipede.
You should have.
I think Centipede. If Centipede's on there, Galaga's on there, but it's not. Like, why?
Yeah, I was trying to think of things that really changed things, but I mean, it was really kind of a dead end. I mean, we really didn't do the little spin ball things after a certain amount, so I'm like, it kind of died.
Missile
so
Command should have been on
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it should missile. I was gonna say Missile Command probably should be on there before.
Yeah.
Before
Centipede.
Command to Conquer's a good one.
Battle
Drag Ray
Zone,
Z, Battle
anything
Zone.
that,
Oh man.
Anything that involved like a new way of controlling video games.
I guess the point of it is that what massive influence down the line
Myst
did
should
they
be
have?
on the damn list.
Oh
yeah, Myst should be there.
Yeah.
Sure.
That defined for years.
But then again, that's just that's a point and click adventure. It just looks pretty, or it's just a different take. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
but boy, did that redefine like puzzle.
Yeah, it did.
Like first-person puzzler kind of games. I don't know.
Good. M Hump 23 says asteroids. Absolutely, that should be on there.
Oh, asteroids! I thought.
Oh, is that not on there?
Did you not read it? I thought you.
Nope, no asteroids.
That's crazy. Pole position? No. 7th guest. Shut up, Soul Mayo.
Asteroids is going to be in the minds of
Night
a lot
Trap.
of people.
How come Night Trap?
Yeah, why is
it
it Night Trap there?
Or Dragon's Lair should be in there.
What about Sewer Rats?
Too, though, right?
Is it Sewer
Yeah,
Rats?
and of course, Dice Tomato. Of course, I want Tempest on there, but
Sewer Shark. Oh yeah, Joust should be on there. Tempest should be on there.
Yeah.
Hubert is so mad he's swearing right now that he's not on there. All right.
How many? So how many do they put in each year? You said 4, 5?
They've been doing 4 or 5 for the last few years.
Since 2015, they've got time. Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Oh, it'll take forever. Do you know how many that many games comes out in a day these days?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Not 4. I mean like 32 a day. so they got a lot to do. Crystal Castles. Holy crap! You guys in the chat are making me hunger for old days. Well done.
Oh, and you can see, if you go to the wiki page, you can see which ones made it and which ones didn't. So a lot of the ones that we're saying were things that were like Myst was a finalist in 2017.
Okay.
Just hasn't made it in there. Resident Evil, Wii Sports.
Wii Sports.
I love that. They really, I mean, Wii Bowling changed.
Look, hold on a second. Here's the thing,
biggest video game in nursing homes is Wii Sports.
You're totally right, but if the criteria is that it influenced a ton of future games, I don't think that's true of Wii Sports.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Just a standalone thing.
GoldenEye been on there, been in the list a few times.
Yeah, GoldenEye.
Nokia Snake was a finalist in 2020.
Nice.
I mean, it was the first mass market mobile game experience.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's fun stuff. I enjoyed it. Hey, Dunaway, you know what's great about that category is it matches up pretty well with our show that we do called The Boop Show. However, bit of news here, everybody. There isn't an episode tomorrow. No, sir, there's not. We got some stuff that came up, and we're not able to do it. So it's a week later. You'll have to deal with a slight delay on the Boop Show. But we haven't missed a show in like months and months, so you'll
months and months and months.
You'll survive.
And I'm still going to be. I'll be streaming my Boop Show homework tonight and tomorrow, so it's going to give a little extra time for doing that. So during the Boop Show normal broadcast time tomorrow night.
Yeah. And special thanks out to Badger Lord, who donated a copy of Resident Evil Village. I will be live streaming that at some point with John Jagger, and we're all going to die. We're all going to die. So,
Brian, do you, just out of curiosity, do you have an Oculus?
I do.
I do.
We both do. Yeah. Why is
are
that?
we going to play? Are we going to play that? That what is it called? Meme? What is it? That board game? The
thing on the
Demio. Demio, is it?
I'm seeing if I can arrange something. So I've got another charity thing that I'm doing for Alzheimer's that I always do every year, usually day after Thanksgiving, but I've moved it to June. And I'm going to see about maybe doing a live stream with all of you guys. Any Frog Pants producers, up to 4 of them, who have an Oculus who want to be part of it.
I'd be down.
I do. Count me in, suckers.
Yeah, I play that. It seems neat. Seems like a cool idea.
It does. Looks really cool, yeah.
Well, all right then. I think I saw that somewhere and thought, oh, that looks cool, and then forgot about it. And then that guy talked on Twitter about it, and now I'm all into it again. So thank you, Twitter
guy on Twitter.
Yeah, that guy on Twitter lied.
He was telling the truth, that one.
That guy on Twitter told the truth. Well done. Hey, Dunaway, it's been great, but now you leave, and we tell people that they can find you online places. Follow that Twitch channel, by the way. It's Brian Dunaway on Twitch. Hard to miss. BRIAN. None of that Y business. Okay.
Yeah, it's silly Y business.
Who the hell does that?
Why?
Just kidding. All the Y bries. The Y bries. We'll see you later. Bye. All right. There he goes. There he goes. Yeah. There he goes again. That leaves us just enough time for this. Time for the news, brought to you by
Soundography. Just posted a brand new episode this morning. It is one of our between seasons episodes called You Gotta Listen to This. This is you clean up whatever you just spilled, Scott, and I'll keep talking. This is where we have a special guest on Soundography to make us listen to one album and one album only. Bobby Frankenberger was our special guest, and he had us listen to the soundtrack to The Adventures of Pete and Pete by a group called Polaris. It was very cool. We enjoyed it, but find out more by going to soundography.com, listening to me and Hammond, and Bobby Frank's our special guest. That is soundography.com.
Sounds awesome. I love this combo. It's cool.
It's a good combo. I'm trying to remember the album you made us listen to. It was like a new age thing that was really cool.
Oh, yeah. What was that? It's left my brain. Can't think of the guy.
Yeah.
I used to love him, though. It was in the late 80s, early 90s.
Instrumental, really cool kind of...
And the name was something Breakfast.
Yes.
Shit.
Anyway.
I can't remember. My brain hurts. All right, let's move on. Yeah, Steve Winwood, Vapor Different.
Steve Winwood.
Yeah, that's
not
the guy.
New Age.
That's the guy. All right, men who wear Ralph Lauren polo shirts. You know the polo shirts, right?
Yes, with the popped collars and the guy on horseback playing polo on the chest.
Yep. This is when we were in high school. All the preppy kids wore these. I never did because I hated the look of them. But anyway, men who wear Ralph Lauren polo shirts, or his real name Lipschitz. If you're wearing a Lipschitz polo shirt, you are more likely to cheat. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I was saying back then.
You'll be popping more than your collar if you're wearing one of those shirts.
Let's see. Gone are the days of going through your partner's phone book to check his texts or going through the quasi-spy mission to catch him philandering. Now, there's an easier way to see if he's two-timing, according to a recent study. Men who wear extravagant fashions with large luxury logos embroidered on them are more likely to be untrustworthy, according to a University of Michigan study published in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin.
So it's not just polos, it's anybody who's wearing like the big old Abercrombie and Fitch, Polo, Benetton.
Any of that brandy stuff.
Yeah.
You got a big embroidered brand?
Yeah.
You cheater.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
It says here, look at me with my Park City brand right over here.
Right. See? Yeah. But it's not embroidered, Scott.
No, and look at you with some kind of devil plate. What is that? I can't read it.
It's the Colorado Mammoth.
Oh. It looks like a plate with a devil on it.
It's a devil-colored woolly mammoth. Devil plate.
I can see it now, but for a minute it looked like a Diablo guy on a plate.
It kind of does, yeah. Like this is the plate right here.
Yeah.
And it's like a severed devil head on a plate.
That's where my brain goes. Anyway, it says males who own tees with larger brand emblems were, quote, rated higher on mating effort, lower on parental investment, said researchers who have a high.
Wow.
They said they have a higher interest in engaging in brief sexual affairs. These men were also less interested in having long-term and committed romantic relationships, according to the study. They also they are also less attracted to women who want those long-term relationships compared to men who own shirts with a similar logo or a smaller logo.
Get out of here, baby. I've got a embroidered logo on my T-shirt.
Well, I mean, this is like, hey, ladies, keep in mind, if you see a dude with a big, fat, freaking polo dude on it, maybe, just tread carefully.
Or know what you're getting into. Know what you're in for.
Yeah. You're either with a guy who's going to cheat on you.
Not a good parent.
Yeah.
Wants just a some quick business. And
yep. Or you're going to be the one he cheats on. Could be you're the one, right? So either way, you're hosed. The other purpose of the study, it says, led by evolutionary psychologist Dr. Daniel Kruger, was to determine whether men who wear flashy clothes are more attractive to women, or if women may be more attracted to men who are rich and can provide them with a stable financial future.
There you go. I had a thing going with an American Eagle Outfitter employee for a while.
Great big AE logo.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. It was Tina, and she was.
Oh, there you go.
Some seasonal work in between working at the Children's Museum, but it counts.
But it just feels like it validates 80s bully stereotypes.
It kind of does, right? Because
this was them. This was all
Billy
them.
Zabka.
Yep. Driving their convertible Volkswagens and just being dicks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
We knew it. We knew it then. We know it now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, America. We did.
Jerks.
All right, that's it for that. We'll save the rest of this for tomorrow. We got a great story about people eating raw meat that makes them high.
Yeah.
So we'll save that, though. For now, though, we're going to take a break and come back around on the other side with our old pal, Bill. We got a great question for Bill. And another fine visit from our old pal, Steven Schleicher from Major Spoilers. Before all of that happens, though, it is prerequisite that we play a song.
It is, and let's just jump right into a Monday Indie in the Middle with singer, songwriter, musician, producer Mark Ribler. Could be Ribler. I think it's Ribler. He's part of Little Steven and the Disciples of Soul, of course, Bruce Springsteen. He's also worked with Elvis Costello, Carole King. He's got a brand new solo album called The Whole World Awaits You, which comes out middle of July 16th. And this is actually, I think, the second advanced track that we have played from this.
Yep.
But the previous song didn't name check Amazon like this one does. Amazon delivering a bunch of crap that we don't need. Big thanks to Earshot Media and Wicked Cool Records for this one. Here's Mark Ribler. Who could ask for anything more?
You can enjoy a normal life. You can be active as well as happy.
Don't bend over. You don't want to lose the food in your stomach.
I don't think you were the milkman. This is the morning stream.
All right, we returned from the other side of that song. That song
That song again, Mark Ribler. Who could ask for anything more from the upcoming album, The Whole World Awaits You?
That's right. He's Riblered for your pleasure.
That's right, yes.
We're back. We're going to get Bill up in it. Oh, I just ran Teams. Hold on, close. Force quit Teams.
Teams?
Yeah, I have a client.
At least it's Teams, not Teams.
I have an art client that requires Teams to communicate. And it's fine. It's like Slack, alternative, whatever. It's fine. He's the only one that makes me do it, so I hate having that there. Anyway.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Punishprops.com incoming, everybody. Our own Bill Duran. Well, he's not ours. We can't claim ownership on the guy.
We can't.
We can try.
Your bat cave's open there, Bill.
But we'd probably fail. Hey, it's Bill Duran. Bill, welcome to the show. How the heck are you?
Hey, doing good. Got my second poke last week, and other than a day of headaches, I feel pretty great.
Nicely
Very
done.
good.
Yeah. Welcome to the crowd. Hopefully, the beginning of herd immunity side of the fence here.
That's right. Welcome to the cool table. People who've gotten vaccinations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally,
Finally, it took me 39 years. I'm at the cool table.
Finally. No, you don't have to be at the card table with the other little kids eating the leftover turkey.
You know what? I don't have kids, and my brothers do.
Yeah.
So when we have family gatherings, I do still end up at the kids' table. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm cool. I've got cool nephews. They're pretty awesome.
No, that's where the fun is. You're not wrong to spend time there. I'd way rather spend time with those kids than any lame adults in my life. They're also lame now. Everybody just sits around and complains or is anti-vaxxy. Last night I had a conversation with somebody. I don't even want to get into it too much because I think they might listen to the show now. But it's it just got weird. And I'm sick of weird, man. Just go get your freaking shots and knock it off. All right. Hey, Bill. We're going to get right into it. We got an email, a question for Bill. And, of course, just anyone who's maybe new to this segment, Bill comes on Mondays, and we talk about the world of making things, prop making, all sorts of stuff. And Bill's involved in all of that with punishprops.com and more. Here's the email that we got this week for you. This is from Kellogg Jr. Cool name.
All right. Okay.
Hey, Bill, question about your process. How often do you hand draw things before you make them versus doing 3D models or computer drawings? Thanks, Kellogg Jr. And I chose this question for a couple of reasons. One, I get this a lot about, like, where am I sketching first? And then is it part of it digital, part of it's on paper? Like, what do you back and forth, whatever. My answer is usually depends on the project. I'm going to assume you were going to get a similar yet more elongated answer from you. What is your process when it comes to, I don't know, everything from concept to render to print to like the whole schmear? Do you start with just a pencil and a piece of paper sometimes?
This is perfect because you said depends, and the 7th word I wrote is the word depends.
Nice.
And you weren't talking about diapers, right?
No, sir.
No. Okay, good.
Also, I want to point out that I answer a lot of the questions like this, and I end up answering a lot of the same questions over and over again, which is fine. But the TMS crowd is bringing some real fresh questions that I very much appreciate.
Yeah,
thank you guys.
They're into it. Keep them coming, please, everybody. The morning stream at gmail.com.
Yes, cool. So anyway, I do a ton of both hand drawing and computer drawing in some way. And yes, it very much depends on the project. But I also heavily rely on reference photos and screenshots. Those help a ton too. So I would add that as a third thing especially if you're replicating something.
Sure.
So obviously, if I have a small, quick project, I'll tend to just jot that down in my notebook. Let's say I just need to cut out like a rectangular piece of 1/2-inch thick plywood, and it needs some holes in it. I'll just make a quick drawing so I can figure out all the dimensions, double check my work before I cut out that material. So that's pretty normal. If I'm going to end up 3D printing or laser cutting or using my vinyl cutter in some way, it gets drawn in the computer. Now, I might make some preliminary sketches ahead of time. A lot of times you need dimensions. If I'm trying to replicate something that exists in the real world, I got my calipers out. I'm like measuring down to the 1/10 of a millimeter, making maybe a little drawing so that I can write down all of these dimensions. Maybe I might draw a couple of different views, like an orthographic projection, so I can get the different sides of it. And then once I have that information collected, I'll go to CAD and I'll draw the whole thing up in CAD. I'll also I do this all the time. Let's say I'm making something like the Blade Runner gun. I'll put pictures in my 3D view that I'm basically tracing to get all the placement of everything correct. But then I'll be taking dimensions off of either known dimensions that I found on the internet, or again, I'll have my calipers and I'll be measuring real world objects so that I know that it's going to fit together when I actually 3D print it. Because photos can be blurry and a little fudgy when you're trying to figure everything out on them. So I very frequently do a lot of combinations of real world stuff and stuff in the computer.
Sure. And combinations thereof. Like sometimes I mostly working from a 2D perspective, I can tell you that there are times where if I need to know if I need a specific perspective of a car, for example, I will have a image of a car up in the corner, and I will very meticulously, get that car shape down, and then use that. But then I might scan in some pencil sketches of some surrounding trees or whatever, and then combine them in one digital file after that, and then then all of that gets drawn over again when I do ink and color. Like the process can be like multifaceted, some analog, some digital, back to analog, back to digital. That's the beauty of the tools today, is you can just kind of do whatever you need for the the best for the project.
Yeah, and you can pick the medium that works best for you, depending on the thing that you're making. So, for example, if I need to draw anything that's not straight lines, I do that with a pencil and paper.
Right.
If I need anything to look kind of organic or anything like that, I don't have a Cintiq or a tablet or anything. I do have a tablet. I have an old tablet. I'm not very good at using it, so I don't use it. I'm like, I'll just get a pencil. I've been using this my whole life. I'm really good at this already. And then I'll like scan that, and maybe I'll trace it in the computer.
Sure.
If I'm going to use, let's say I'm making a foam helmet using Pepakura, which is a very specific process, but basically I'll make a very rough 3D model as a mesh in like Blender, and I'll export that so it can be flattened and unwrapped and turned into a foam pattern. So that's a very specific process, but it has to be done in the computer. Now, lots of my projects use both drawing and computer. So, for example, I made on my lathe, I made a Hellboy bullet a while back. Using brass and aluminum. I used metal lathe and everything. I have a replica already of that bullet, a plastic one. So I took my calipers and I made a little drawing in my notebook of the bullet, and then I took every single dimension I was going to need to replicate that, and I just drew the dimensions right on my illustration. However, the tip of the bullet has a very particular curve, and I wanted to nail it. I wanted to get it exactly right. So I took a photo of my reference, I put it in CAD, and then I took very precise measurements every, let's say, millimeter of that shape so that I could replicate it. It was really, really tedious, but I was able to take the measurements in CAD, list them on a piece of paper, take that paper to my lathe, and use those dimensions to replicate it perfectly.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was this weird, janky way of like using the computer just to get more information. I didn't use any of the 3D models I made or any of the sketches I made in CAD to 3D print. I didn't use it for anything other than the information I was able to get from it. And that was super, super useful. There are a lot. I wish I could think of more examples, but there are lots of little things we do day to day where, like, oh, I've got these supercomputers and amazing tools at my disposal. Why don't I just flex them a little bit and see if they can help me get the information I need? And turns out they totally do.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. And you can, like you said about getting all close up and doing a millimeter by millimeter measurement and just getting that exacting. That's the other cool thing about the tools we have today. Like, I find myself on paper trying to do zoom commands and forgetting I'm on paper. You know what I mean? Or undo, for example.
Like spreading your fingers apart, like, I can't get closer.
Yeah.
Right.
I've done that. I've pinched to zoom on a piece of paper before. I tried to command Z once and just went, what are you even doing?
Just draw the command and Z buttons on your piece of paper just to make you feel good when you hit it.
It's really obnoxious, but yeah, like once you get versatile in any of those tools, you can just combine them in such a way and get just as nitty and gritty as you want to, or not. It just depends on how obsessed you are, I guess. But
something else I'll do with, like I said, with reference images is I have a photo of myself standing in like a bind pose for an animated character with a ruler next to me. It's like an 18-inch ruler that I use as reference. So in that photo, I'll drag an image of a prop from a video game and I'll scale it in Photoshop so that the prop looks like it's the right size for me.
Right.
And then I'll go to the ruler in the photo, I'll lasso that thing, copy it, paste it a couple times to make a longer ruler, and literally in Photoshop, I hold it up to the screenshot to see how long the sword should be or whatever it is.
Right.
It's still a silly, weird process, but it absolutely works.
Oh, that's brilliant, actually.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about making props or costumes, just get a picture of yourself from the front with your arms out, like you're a 3D model that hasn't been rigged yet, and with a ruler next to it, take that photo or have someone take that photo for you, and then you can use that to help scale things. I do that all the time.
It's a great idea. You also, by the way, just a side note, it's kind of related. Don't be afraid to get in the position you're trying. Like if you're trying to create a character, don't be afraid to take a picture of yourself in the mirror in the position you're trying to do. Create your own reference photos.
Yeah.
Because it's really good. It's a really great way to connect your brain to both the physicality of what you're trying to portray and the weight and the balance and the composition, and also just having a reference photo. You can go find any reference photo of somebody swinging a bat or punching somebody or whatever, but if you do it yourself, it connects you in a way that just, I think, comes out better. I even did this picture of Wario over the weekend. Wario from the Mario universe, golfing. And it's based on me standing in the mirror with I'm not showing this photo to anyone, but it's based on me in a mirror. And it helps. It helps me to do this. So
that's great.
When you see that picture, imagine me all hunched over with my golf club looking in the mirror, because that's how it started. Yeah. And I'm not showing it, chat rooms. Quit asking.
The last thing I have here is that, for me, this is just for me specifically, but a lot of other people do this too. Almost every drawing I do ends up as either a 2D vector file or a 3D file, so that I can share those as print files or as patterns with an unlimited number of people on the internet. So while any of the hand drawings I do, almost all of them get scanned into my computer, and then I'll trace them in Inkscape or Illustrator. And again, that's so that I can feed that vector file into my laser cutter, or someone else could feed it into their laser cutter and cut stuff, or they could print it out to make their own foam thing, or they could 3D print their own thing. So everything I do gets put into the computer anyway. And it's not a bad idea if you want to make sure those things last forever and anyone can access them.
Well, you're a sherry kind of guy, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
Putting it out there for the world, not keeping it all to yourself.
No.
I admire that. That's
right.
Awesome. All right. Well, great answer to a great question. Again, Kellogg Jr., or whatever your real name might be. People like him should keep sending us emails, themorningstream@gmail.com. Bill, before you leave, you've got some sort of bonus link, is my understanding.
Yeah, I got a good one today. This is a musician named Andrew Huang, and he's doing something super fun. I just found out about this a couple days ago. He's got this really fun story he's doing on his YouTube channel where he is going on a mission in a spaceship. And he has this
on a trip in a giant
ridiculously
rocket
good spaceship set. Like, it's wicked good. He cuts between CG and him filming wherever he's filming it.
This is great.
Isn't it? He's got a flight suit. It just looks...
He's a set maker. That's really cool.
This guy's a nerd, and I want to be him.
Is that the Starscape behind him? Is that like a video screen that's slowly?
Yeah, probably. The great thing I love about this is that he's absolutely leaning into the fiction. He isn't doing any behind the scenes. He's decided for the next couple of months he's going on a space mission.
Gotcha. Oh, that's
and
cool.
I love that.
Look at the hallways and everything.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
Oh my gosh, dude! Shut up.
I know. I want to figure out how he's done it, because I gotta bet he's got
the cockpit even.
I know. He's got to have like 4 or 5 of those hallways that he can like maybe rearrange.
Yeah.
It takes up a lot of room.
Like Jamiroquai. Yeah, I know exactly. Like, but if you set this up in your basement, whatever, right? It's like, of course I'd want this.
Did he make this
take up as
space
much
suit?
room in my basement?
Did he make the suit?
I don't know who did most of the fabrication. That is definitely some expert A+ foam smithing on that suit, though. Let me tell you,
it's incredible. The helmet with the lights inside.
Yeah,
I'm embarrassed for
and
myself.
now here's the thing: that isn't even the focus of the video. Dude's a musician.
Great.
So
yeah, I noticed he controls it with a keyboard. He controls it with a music keyboard. Yeah.
Yes. So later in this video, he samples sounds from his spaceship and then turns them into a song using only his cell phone, which I didn't know you could do now. Apparently you can. It's amazing.
I've seen this app somewhere. Somebody was using this. That's great. this makes
the
me feel
cross
like
section is so much, or the intersection of so much creativity, and I am here for it.
Yeah, I feel like my life has been a waste. I need to do whatever this guy's doing.
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right,
I
well,
wish
that's
I was good at
fantastic.
things.
Well done. Bill Duran, everybody. He is Punish Props' own Bill Duran, which you can find at punishprops.com. And, of course, over there on YouTube is the channel Punish Props. And you can find him on Twitter at Chinbeard. Bill, have a great week.
See ya.
Bye
See you, buddy.
He says see ya in kind of a jury kind of way. And it always throws me off. He goes, see ya.
You almost want to do, the Duran will now retire.
Oh, we should add that. Why not?
No, it's a bad idea.
The jury will now retire.
I tried to do it.
The jury will now retire.
Okay, sort of worked.
Well done. Wow, it was almost like you stitched that together with a professional audio editing program.
Yeah, it's like it's you wouldn't know the difference had I not pointed it out. It's kind of like that new intro Mike Morheim did for The Instance. Have you heard this? This is so dumb. I play this all the time here. It's so dumb. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Mike Morheim from
Dreamhaven,
and you're listening to The Instance.
I have heard that. That is great. Yes.
Well, I'm never going to get him to do it again, probably, so why not? Just got to edit it. All right. Bill, I'm sorry, Steven on his way. That's who's coming.
Schleicher.
Stefan, Major Spoilers is the correct name. All right, here he comes. So get ready and enjoy the following intro, which will begin as soon as I find it. Where did it go? Here it is.
Steven Schleicher. Steven Schleicher.
Welcome to the program, one Steven Schleicher from Majorspoilers.com. Hello, Steven.
Hello, Scott. Hello, Brian.
Hello, Steven.
Good to have
How
you
goes
here.
the painting of those X-Men or those Marvel United figures?
Good. I got Hulk and She-Hulk done this weekend. I'm trying to group characters together that use the same paint colors.
Mm-hmm.
So that while one is drying or one layer is drying, I can work on the other one. And I've got this really cool, you know what? Let's show it off on screen. Give me 5 seconds.
All right, sweet. Let's see how we're doing. We got all the green has been used now because all the Hulks are done. Yeah, Green Lantern's next, chat room says. That's a good idea. Get all the greens out.
Yeah, no Green Lantern in the Marvel one.
Green. Oh, that's right. It's Marvel stuff. I'm not thinking. But that, yeah. Go ahead and flip over to DC. Get your lantern. Get your arrow.
Oh man,
yeah.
I kind of wish Come On would just bite the bullet and say we're going to use the same system, but we're going to use it for the DC universe.
Yeah,
and just do the exact same thing.
I agree.
There you go.
I would love.
All right,
DC
so
stuff.
First up, Hulk smash right there.
All right, look at him. Oh, it's very nice. Nice and shady. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I like your shading on there.
I did the shading. Yeah, I did multiple different greens and actually had highlighted greens. Same with She-Hulk.
Nice. Look at her. She's practicing law and kicking ass.
She is, exactly. Where's her briefcase? So this is the device that I use, or this little handheld thing. And right now Mysterio's on there. He's just been primed. He hasn't no paint yet on him yet whatsoever.
So he's Mysterio Prime. I got it. Okay.
Mysterio Prime, exactly.
Yeah.
But you'll notice so he's blue tacked to a 12-ounce bottle cap, right? Like you get your Coke Zero comes in. And what you do is you unscrew this and then you can put another character on there. And that way you can keep, you can let this guy dry and have the hobby handle. Yes, exactly. One little dude.
So what's with the thing up there? Yeah. What does that do?
Yeah, this is cool. So when I'm painting, you want to keep from going like all over the place.
Yeah.
You want your hands and the model to be one unit.
Okay.
So, sometimes when I'm painting, I'll put my wrist against that, and that way I can get a very, clean lines and stuff. And sometimes you want to have that ability up here too. So you can
steadies it. I get it.
You rest your hand against it because otherwise you're you've got two loose objects that you're trying to match up. And
that's great. That's a really cool idea.
It's brilliant, right?
Yeah. Is that 3D? So you 3D printed that, right?
No, I didn't. I bought it. It's the hobby handle.
Oh, it looks 3D printed.
Clark Moore is the person who let me know about this. And as soon as he told me about it, I'm like, oh, I'm buying one of these. It's brilliant. Yeah. So right now I've got the entire Sinister Six sitting on different bottle caps so that as I paint them, lots of purple and green on those guys. Mm-hmm. I can, just let Sandman dry. I'll pop Mysterio on. I'll use that same green from half of Sandman's shirt,
That's great.
to be his color, and then I'll take him off, pop the Green Goblin on there, et cetera, et cetera.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love
Interesting. The primary colors that you see a lot in villains, especially in Marvel, are purple and green.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the deal with that? Is that an old?
Well, because your primary colors, red and blue, are used for your superheroes.
Yeah.
And
your
so you've got something,
and your Supermans.
and your Captain Americas.
And I guess back in the day, the color process was a simpler one and much less.
I never even thought about that. Although Hulk breaks the Hulk is purple and green. He breaks the deal.
Yeah.
But initially, Hulk was gray, and he was a villain. At least in the first issue, he was gray, but he was kind of considered a villain. Nobody knew what he did. He came out at night when the moon was full.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's more like that new Immortal Hulk run. It's a little bit the early days of Hulk is like that.
Yeah, they're taking it back to that.
You know whose costume kind of sucks if you're painting a little miniature of him? Freaking Taskmaster.
Oh.
Why does this guy have a white costume with like bright orange and bright blue accents? You'd think that he'd like be wanting to be a little bit more stealthy. I don't know, like a little more able to work behind the scenes. But no, he's like picked the brightest possible colors that he can have.
Yeah.
Who's
what's going to be the easiest figure to paint, do you think?
Yeah, I was going to say
Venom.
Venom.
Yeah, I was going to say Venom or Carnage, right?
Daredevil is going to be pretty damn easy. Like just dunk in red paint and Daredevil's done.
Speaking of that, did you see that trailer there, Steven, today? The new
for
Venom 2.
I haven't.
Venom
for
2.
Venom.
Oh, I saw that it had come out. I hadn't seen it yet.
We'll wait. Go ahead. We'll take a minute here.
All right,
what is it?
I'll
Venom
watch
2.
Let there be
Let
carnage.
there be carnage, or there will be carnage,
Let me turn down the thing
something.
so we don't get some.
It's got Woody from MASH.
It's got Woody in there as Carnage.
Yep,
that's right.
And he's.
Good morning, Mr. Venom.
Or not MASH. I meant. What did I mean? I meant.
You said MASH.
Cheers is what I meant.
Hey there, Woody.
Yeah, he's good for that character. I'm totally down with it.
He is.
It's weird to see him with so much hair though, because he's bald and everything, and now suddenly Woody has a bunch of new hair. But whatever. Yeah, I'm excited. Except, I'll just say this, and this is it's a trailer, so it's not much to spoil. But them leaning into the jokiness of there's a symbiote in me, and it's talking trash and making breakfast for me while I'm tired, and har har har. I don't like that part of Venom. And I think the comics do that stuff a little bit better, or maybe it just translates better to comics. But
it looks pretty good. It looks. It doesn't look like they're deviating too much from the first one.
Right. And Carnage, if my memory serves, is like a serial killer, right? And gets a hold of some weird part of the symbiote. But I didn't know it had something to do. Well, the trailer implies that on his execution bed, where the injection is somehow mixing with symbiote blood, and then now he's what Carnage is. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here, and I don't know enough about the character's origin in the comics.
Yeah, it's funny. Venom I followed pretty well. Carnage whole and all of the symbiotes, like none of the names, but there's like the yellow lady symbiote. There's like a red one besides Carnage. Anyway, I can't.
All the spin-off symbiotes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't followed any of those, so I don't know the backstories.
Yeah.
Well, then you're totally out of the loop for the current Null storyline with the Planet of the Symbiotes and everything coming to Earth.
I am.
It's
I clearly
pretty cool.
am. Yeah.
It's a cool
I know about
series.
Antivenom.
Oh, good.
Is that still Mac Gargan?
Scorpion Vaughn Jr.? I have no idea.
Okay, all right, fine.
But I can tell you this.
Venom really should have been Aunt May, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, man, missed opportunity.
Yeah, she'd look great in the suit. Anyway, well, that's great. Catch Venom 2 in theaters coming soon, everybody. Only in theaters, they say.
Yeah, only in theaters.
All right. Yeah, they didn't give a date, which I thought was odd.
Yeah.
That's fine, though. Steven, let's talk about a couple other things.
Okay.
You were talking about Reckless from Phillips and Brubaker. I've been hearing good things about this. Tell me about this.
Here's the thing. I'm a big fan of Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker. Ed Brubaker writes a lot of really kind of hardcore kind of stuff. Crime stuff is kind of where he excels at. And I didn't realize that he and Sean Phillips had released a series of books called Reckless. And it's about a former FBI agent who was deep undercover during the Vietnam era, who got a little bit in too deep, and then he got kicked out of the FBI. So now he is if you've got trouble, and if you can find him, you can hire him to take care of all your problems. Yeah. So it's set in the 1980s. And, if you are a fan of like the Mac Bolins or the Executioner or the Punisher or Jack Reacher, then you're probably really going to dig this Reckless series. The first one came out in December of last year. It's just called Reckless. Mm-hmm. The second one came out at the end of April called Friend of the Devil. And it is really good. These things just kind of take you back to that time where I don't know if you guys read those crime pulp stuff in the 80s when you were younger, but man, this just feels like it's ripped right out of that era and that style, and the art is fantastic. And I cannot recommend it enough for people who are into this stuff. The problem is apparently, with Image Comics, anything that you release through them is usually a low print run because you as the creator are essentially taking the biggest risk. Right. And these things are selling out so quickly, I guess they can't keep it in stock. So if you can get it, grab a hold of it. But really, really good stuff. Yeah, the Friend of the Devil basically takes the Satanic Panic and the B-movie industry and kind of smashes them together in a case of a missing woman that has been missing for like 6 or 7 years.
It's totally really my jam. I'm going to get this. I thought Brubaker was all busy with that criminal series, or was it criminal?
No, he does. He does a whole bunch of things, right? Mm-hmm. But his latest thing since the pandemic was he was just going to start into this new series. The one that was most recent was Pulp, which is about an aging pulp writer who writes Western pulps in the 1930s and decides that, he's about to die and he's broke. And he's like, well, time to go back to what I originally used to do, which was being a criminal in the Old West that I've been writing about all this time. It's very good as well. So if you can get the Pulp trade paperback, which came out, I want to say it was last year. I know we talked about it earlier this year on the morning stream, but it's really good as well. Okay. And it's Western meets mobsters kind of thing.
I'm super into it. Oh yeah, here it is. Comixology has the entire, has 9. Let's see, how many books?
Yeah, the criminal stuff is long because it kind of follows this family and this organization through many time periods and storylines. So that's really good. But Criminal is really good, and Pulp is awesome, and now this Reckless series just seems to be, knock it out of the park kind of stuff.
That's great. I'm super glad to see more Brubaker business. I'm a fan as well. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah.
Well, and here's something else I think that's perfect for you, Scott. Comes out this week. It's on Comixology Originals. Oh. It's Hailstone. And so the premise of this is it's the Civil War in Montana in the winter. And there's a factory, a munitions factory that the Union soldiers have built in this town, but the town is starving and they're kind of closed into this valley area and they can't get out, and people are disappearing one by one. And they have to figure out what is killing the villagers or, making off with the villagers. And so the sheriff goes out to try to find what's going on. This is a 5-issue miniseries. It kicks off probably tomorrow morning on Comixology Originals. We've got a sneak peek of it over at majorspoilers.com. It's kind of a weird Western, but, not in the American Southwest where we think most Westerns are set, but up in the northern areas in the Montana. So if you like that portion of, what was it, Red Dead Redemption, then you're gonna love the northern part of the story. I think there's a Wendigo. I think that's what it is. Oh. They kind of say it's a weird Western, but I think it's a Wendigo is the monster.
Wendigo. So the Comixology Originals lately have been pretty strong. There's been some good stuff in there, and I'll be happily reading this probably this week actually, because I've been looking for more on there. But my biggest problem with Comixology right now is when you wish list something, that basically means, hey, go over to Amazon and buy it. But it doesn't actually add it to any list that I can find on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I don't know why
that. No, it's under the thing. Like if you go under your name, you see My Lists.
Yeah, and then there's nothing there. It's not added.
Yeah, but are you doing it on Comixology? Because like Comixology should have a list as well.
Well, I'm on Comixology, and it's supposed to. I did that whole thing where they have you tie in your Amazon account now that they're owned by each other.
Yeah.
And so when I go add wish list and then I go to Amazon and look at my list, it's not
appearing in the list there. Yeah. Oh,
that's weird.
So it must be me. It's bugging me though. It's pissing me off. Anyway, I'll check that out. That's a fantastic recommendation as well. Yeah. And then also Paper Girls coming to Amazon with Ali Wong in the lead. How do I know this series? I've heard of Paper Girls before.
So Paper Girls is a series. Again, I think this is another Image comic that came out, but it's about a series of paper delivery girls. This is set in the 1980s. And the four of them get caught up in a war between two factions of time travelers, and they have to sort things out. And so Ali Wong plays the older version of one of the girls that's already been cast in the series. When it came out, it's got a lot of praise when this comic came out. I want to say 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. But it's Brian K. Vaughan. So if you're a big fan of
you just sold
Why
me.
the Last Man, and also that other one that you guys are always going on about.
He did Why the Last Man. He did Saga. He did
Saga.
Some of the best freaking comics I've ever read. Like you just saying that, I'm sold. I'm gonna watch the show.
And art by Cliff Chang. So definitely, it's a fun series to check out. We'll be reviewing it soon on the Major Spoilers podcast.
Yeah.
But they're just announcing all of the main cast members for Paper Girls, so it'll probably be next year before we get to see it hit on Amazon.
I've yet to read a Brian K. Vaughan book I didn't like, so
yeah, his stuff is always really good. So
I'm just in.
A couple of recommendations this week for everybody.
So good. All right, excellent. Ali Wong, that's an interesting call. She's like a comedian lady, right?
Yeah, she's done a lot of comedian comedy work with Amy Schumer and some of the others. She did the Always Be My Maybe with Randall Park.
Oh, right.
Recently.
Oh, that was cute. I think I had that as a recommendal. It was really good.
You saw that one?
Yeah. Yep.
Seems all right. Okay. Well, Ali Wong, we look forward to seeing you delivering papers soon. This and many more stories available at majorspoilers.com as always. Stephen, is there anything you'd like to mention this week?
Oh, yes. This week on the Major Spoilers podcast, we are taking a deep dive into Star Trek crossover events in comic books all this year. Oh, yeah. So we've already done Star Trek and Green Lanterns. We've already done Star Trek, and I forget what the other one was, Transformers. And this week we are doing Star Trek meets the Legion of Superheroes.
Oh, my Lord.
So, yeah. Oh, we've got Star Trek versus Planet of the Apes coming up a little bit later in the year. So.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah.
Why
Star Trek has crossed over with everyone, including the X-Men way back in the day.
The X-Men, yeah.
Well, back in the day,
it was weird because you had Patrick Stewart playing both parts. It was weird.
Yeah. Captain Picard, Professor X. Funny seeing you.
Why do you look so familiar?
Weird. So why is that though? Why is Star Trek so ripe for this? Because it's true.
IDW Publishing, well, because they've done the Mirror universe episodes, made it really possible for them to cross over into a bunch of stuff. Mm-hmm. And plus, IDW has just been doing such a great job with both Star Trek and their crossover events. So they've done Doctor Who, which we've already done as well with Star Trek. Yeah. But it's just a great property to just keep crossing stuff into. Yeah. And they're able to get these licenses and get permissions from both groups to say, hey, we're going to you can trust us to do these stories. Yeah. And, they're nothing groundbreaking. But, if you're a fan of the Green Lanterns and you want to see how the Green Lantern Corps, which is a military organization, deals with Starfleet, which is a military organization, and they're dealing with Borg and they're dealing with, zombie lanterns, the Black Lanterns. That's a kind of an interesting kind of take on how these two different groups of military organizations deal with problems.
Right. I'm looking at the covers of some of this. It's funny. They're going with the likenesses of the cinematic JJ Universe Star Trek.
Yeah. People. Yeah, but occasionally they will do, like in the Doctor Who one, they did one where it was the Fourth Doctor and the animated Star Trek series. Oh. So you had Kirk and McCoy and those guys in that one.
Wow.
That's kooky.
Yeah. Perfect that it's a two-dimensional comic book because that series barely moved. It's like it had no animation. Calling it animated has always been a bit of a stretch. It's like Star Trek, the animated series. It should say barely animated.
Yeah.
It's just moving, just barely. But anyway, that's an interesting choice because I figured it'd be like, I don't know, maybe even nondescript looking Kirk. Like, don't have to pay anybody their likeness fees.
They do have some pretty good likeness rights for the Star Trek stuff. But there are other things that IDW hasn't been able to get likeness rights to. Some of the Doctor Who characters don't look quite like the Doctor Who characters. But, they do a pretty good job. And every series is different because sometimes it literally looks like they have taken stills from the TV show and just painted on top of them. Mm-hmm. And other times they go all out and have really good artists come in and do some amazing stuff. So, yeah, it's interesting when when those two cross over. So yeah, this week it's Star Trek meets the Legion of Superheroes. What else is coming up this year? We have Star Trek X-Men, as already mentioned, Star Trek Transformers 2, and let's see what else. The last of the year, Star Trek Planet of the Apes is how we wrap up the year.
That's fantastic. Well done, everyone dealing with that property. That's odd.
Yes.
Diana Arity in the chat just wanted to revive the Guy Gardner hate and says, I want to punch Guy Gardner.
Everybody wants to punch Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like him, but I don't know what's wrong with me. You know what? I would hate him in real life.
Kind of a dick.
He's a huge dick, but there's something about him being a lantern. I don't know. It works for me. I don't know what it is. I like him.
Well, nothing says you if you're a dick that you can't be a Green Lantern. You just don't show fear. So,
Right.
you know, if you're a jerkwad and you show no fear, then sure, go ahead, be a jerkwad Green Lantern.
Yeah. Do what you got to do. All right.
Yep.
Well, that is going to do it. Of course, majorspoilers.com, as always, the place to go. And you'll get more content like this, including great podcasts and everything else. Stephen, have a great day. And wait, we're supposed to remember something, right?
Stay hydrated, everyone.
That's what it was. Drink, Brian. Drink.
I will. I'm gonna have some right now. I'm hydrating with some coffee, which is mostly water.
Did you know that Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, which I have a can of right here.
Yeah.
Did you know that if you spill it on white things?
Oh no!
Why
stainage?
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
That's dry now. Why
artificial
is it so
caramel coloring?
Just make it clear like Zevia. I don't care what color it is.
There you go. I'm with you. It's the one thing you really don't care about anymore is like what color your cola is.
Yeah, I really don't care. Like I'd never know.
Could you imagine
anyway.
though going to the store and seeing like every flavor of Mountain Dew is just clear?
I know, and I know it's
you
a
kind of
marketing
need that.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a marketing thing. I get it, but
It
still,
is. It is.
It's really annoying.
It's also easy when the server comes back to your table and says, "Can I get your refill on your what is that, Coke?"
No, I have water. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's a 7-Up. What are you talking about?
I have a Pepsi Clear. Anyway,
it's Yoo-hoo. What do you? What's the...
Or not Pepsi Clear. What was it called? Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi. Yeah.
Is there a Pepsi Clear? Hold on.
I don't.
Why does that sound familiar?
I was gonna say no, but you've been able to Google things that I've said didn't exist and find them. So what the hell?
I think I've made it up. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Crystal because there's a common Google search for Pepsi Clear, so I'm clearly not the only one.
Yeah.
But it comes up with Crystal Pepsi. So.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. I hate Crystal
Zima.
Pepsi.
Laura Varil says
like
Zima.
Soap.
Yeah.
Zima.
It is like soap. It was like soap.
It was super soapy. Yeah.
Why? Why was it soapy?
Don't know. It was just a bad flavor.
That's real bad.
Had a bad flavor profile with some horrendous mouthfeel.
But I had an earthy bouquet.
and a deep umami influence.
There you go. Umami, the thing we all use on the AIE Guild to get into the freaking chat room.
That's right.
Anyway, we're done. That's the show. We hope you enjoyed it.
We've got stuff still.
Oh, that's right. I got 2 more things. Look at this one. Like this one here, a mashup from Jamie. Listen up, everyone. It's called I Got You. Okay. I don't know if this is like Cher and Sunny sort of I Got You, babe sort of thing. Or if it's something
split
else.
ends or
I don't know. It could be anything. But we're going to find out now together as we play it. Here you go. Take your wife or somebody like you.
Try it again.
Take your wife or somebody like you. Is that wrong?
Somebody you like.
How am I doing that? Let me do that one more time.
Your word lexia.
Here we go. Hold on.
This show is so gay.
Exactly.
I can see why you like it.
Shove this Kit Kat up your ass.
Yeah, ass Kit Kat. What do I have to hide? Just my wiener. When you're done.
Yes, when I'm done masticating.
Yeah, when you're done masticating. Mastication matters. I got the vagina. What else is left? I got the serum, the vagina. I need boobs. You're a wizard, Ibbot.
I'm a wizard. Good. Oh, good to know.
Boot straight to the anus that person got. Straight to the anus.
Shove your nose in that bag.
Yeah, it's a little wafty.
Damn, with bone dick.
Bone dick. Whoa.
Could you help me? I'm playing a game, Animal Crossing, on my Switch, and I'm trying to click on things. It's really hard to use the joysticks. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, you need to undock your Switch.
You'll probably get it and do some experimenting. And
I'll play around with it, have some fun with it. Yeah. There's a leech on my crotch, Corey. Well, it used to be called the Paw Emporium.
Oh my gosh, dude, shut up.
The vowels were replaced with little paw prints.
Oh, that's just a horrendous idea. I hate it.
I felt like Tony Soprano. Oh, hey, Carmela. Oh, Carmela. I'm going to go down to the gabagool to the bada big.
Here, enjoy this.
This is your anus.
Okay, there's your anus.
You anus.
You anus. If there's a pig anus, he'll lick it. What happened to your anus is a useful thing indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't have that.
What?
How is that not in here? I bet that was from my that hard drive wreck of 2012 or whatever.
Oh, man, what a bummer.
I know.
I got you.
Our anus is a useful thing indeed. The anus gives relief in time of need. We all have an anus, so no matter what you've heard, remember that anus is the proper word.
I don't think I've ever heard the full song before.
I've heard it, but I cut it up and only used that one bit on the show. And Jamie, and now I understand who he was referring to, because yesterday he's like, I'm going to do something kind of fun, but I need you to find me some kind of clip that says, I got you. And so that lady going, I got you, was from me. And now I get it. He found the thing we couldn't find. Well done, Jamie. Well done.
Well done.
It's very good. All right. Hey, look at this, guys. We're going to eat some Japanese things. Look at this.
I like to eat.
We got these things here. Wasabi macadamia nuts, or a bag of nothing that I can't read. Hold on.
Oh, let's eat the box of sticks.
Oh, yeah, box of sticks. We're eating this box of sticks here from Tara, or Tara.
Tara. It's still Tara.
Okay. I can't remember if we figured that out or not.
I want to say, just like terra firma, but maybe she doesn't want me to use that.
Oh, yeah. Terra firma.
No, it's not Pocky. But I did just send Scott the Google Translate, and it's another brilliant one. It's another fantastic Google Translate.
I'm looking. Here you are. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, Mayo Letzel.
Yeah.
Central network only.
Central network only.
Okinawa Prefecture Island pepper use. A mellow taste. When you use it, uses 15% of island pepper, but only when you use it.
But only when you use it.
My favorite thing is 2 packs. The photograph is an image. These are great translations.
Yeah, I like just the giant word mayo.
Yeah. Hey, Jury will like that. You should save that for him. He loves the mayo.
I'll save the second pack for Jury.
Oh, Brian, I'm worried about your battery life. You're like below half. Scaring me there a little bit on your phone.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why I am. I'm on I'm sitting on the charger.
Weird.
No, it's not.
Maybe it's not centered or whatever. Or no, you have the little locky one, right?
Yeah, 3D printed. It's the MagSafe.
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's charging.
Must have been just off center. All right, so here's the sticks.
The sticks.
I'm pulling a long one out. Ooh, they're like
okay.
pretzel sticks, but ooh,
mayo sticks.
They smell like maybe mustard, which is ironic because it's mayo.
Yeah, actually it does. It smells like
it's a mustard stick,
like honey mustard pretzels.
Yeah, which I'm always down for. So let's give these a shot. See
Looks like I'm about to take your temperature. Bend over.
Yep, this won't hurt a bit. Oh, these are delightful.
Just fine. You can really taste the mayo and island pepper.
Yeah. You know what? That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Why are things like this good in Japan and not here?
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, boy, it's a nice little spice on the back end, on the finish.
Yep. That's what I always said about the last Spice Girl. A little bit of spice
it's a
on the back
spicy
end.
ending is what that is.
Mm-hmm. Those are quite good, for real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to eat those all.
Yep. Well, there's only 6 in a bag.
Yeah, it's not too big. I won't eat both bags. I'll save a bag.
Right. Okay. Save a bag for Jury.
Yeah. I'll save a bag for Jury.
Save a bag for the morning after.
Save a bag for the morning. That's the song, right? That's the thing.
Save a bag for the morning after.
Oh, that. Different song.
Duran Duran.
Yeah, Duran Duran.
You're thinking, there's got to be a morning after.
That is the one I'm thinking, right? Which would be
the Poseidon Adventure, the love song from the Poseidon Adventure.
They should use it for the morning after pill. They should do that. Right? That should be a thing.
How come somebody, you tadpoolers need to come up with a post-TMS show called The Morning After.
Yeah, do it.
And you recap the things that we talked about on this episode. You guys used to have one like a Tadpool podcast. I'd subscribe to that.
Yeah, I'd listen to that. That'd be all right. Okay.
Morning After.
What's this
all right,
file?
anyway.
Something's in my thing. Hold on.
I saw the biggest bullfrog this morning.
All right. I don't know what that's from. Came up when I tried to search for Morning After. Anyway, hey, that's the show. We're done. And that is because of you. Yeah, that's right. You guys support us here at patreon.com/TMS. Without it, there's no show. And we're in the middle of an early part of a new month, which means time to get in has never been better. Get all the benefits and reasons why at patreon.com/TMS. And for everything else you might be looking for, it's at frogpants.com/TMS. Or just check out frogpants.com. All the stuff's there. And you can check it out. Brian, anything show-wise going on today? You got anything? I mean, you mentioned Soundography, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Soundography just got posted. Going to be going to be meeting with the ANTP guys to figure out the next steps, like the next thing we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, it's really just going to be me working on an 18-panel landing page from hell. Really,
that sounds like fun. Oh yeah, you were talking about this the other day. I was going to ask how that was going. I got my crappy thing done Friday, but today is full-blown. Today and tomorrow, big-time production days on the Kickstarter.
Rock Runners. Woo!
Yeah, tons of art output, bunch of other stuff. I will keep people apprised and put updates and probably do a new video and some other stuff, so watch for that. Okay, that's going to do it. Let's get out of here. Music. I see music. Is there music? Let's do music.
There's music. John Fields filled out the form for this date 4 times, but used the exact same text.
What?
So and it were days and days and days apart, but he really wanted me to play this song on this date, although he actually scheduled it for yesterday, which is, the day we never do a TMS PM.
Sure.
He says, "Hey, Scott and Brian, it's a special somebody's birthday today." No, not mine. Someone even more special, the one and only Kermit the Frog.
Oh.
So I was hoping you could play my favorite cover of Rainbow Connection by my favorite cover band, Death Blossoms. Is it too early for a tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch?
Oh, my Lord. You trying to get them all? Okay, so it's been a bit.
The tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch.
Hey, 2 organ fish sandwich.
There you go.
Good deal.
Yep.
Anyway, so this is a guy performs under the name Death Blossoms. I had never heard of this before, and in discovering, or in John Fields pointing me towards this, I've got this whole new treasure trove of covers, like Flock of Seagulls covers he does, Counting Stars. I mean, a lot of great stuff. So very, very cool. This is the cover of Rainbow Connection, originally done by Kermit the Frog, written by Paul Williams for the Muppets. And go sit on your favorite log and sing along with Death Blossoms and Rainbow Connection.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Do you want to have breakfast with me tomorrow morning?
No.
No. By the way,